Welcome back to our history channel. In today's video, we are delving into the fascinating story of Cleopatra, the queen who married her brothers. Cleopatra's family dynamics were certainly unconventional, but it's essential to understand the historical context to unravel the reasons behind these marriages. So let's explore the intriguing world of ancient Egypt and Cleopatra's journey together. Cleopatra is well known for her relationship with Julius Caesar, but she had multiple husbands in her lifetime. Cleopatra, born in 69 BCE, was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek Macedonian family ruling over Egypt. Cleopatra's first marriage to her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, took place when she was about 18 years old. The marriage was primarily driven by political considerations rather than romantic intentions. Cleopatra's father, Ptolemy XII Auletes, had appointed her and her brother as joint rulers of Egypt, aiming to secure a stable succession after his own death. In the ancient Egyptian tradition of the Ptolemaic dynasty, sibling marriages were not uncommon. They were a means to maintain the purity of the royal bloodline and consolidate power within the ruling family. By marrying her brother, Cleopatra maintained her royal lineage and preserved the legitimacy of her claim to the throne. However, Cleopatra's marriage to Ptolemy XIII did not result in a harmonious partnership. The siblings' relationship was marked by rivalry and conflict, as both sought to assert their individual authority. Cleopatra, known for her intelligence, charisma, and political acumen, soon found herself at odds with Ptolemy XIII and his advisors, who attempted to marginalize her influence. This power struggle ultimately led to Cleopatra's exile from Egypt. She sought alliances with powerful figures such as Julius Caesar of Rome, whom she famously formed a relationship with. Cleopatra's involvement with Caesar and later Mark Antony, another Roman leader, allowed her to regain her position in Egypt and exert her influence over the affairs of the kingdom. Cleopatra's first marriage to her brother illustrates the complex dynamics of power and politics in ancient Egypt. While it may not have been a love match, it was a calculated move to secure her place on the throne and ensure a smooth transition of power. Cleopatra's subsequent actions and relationships would play a significant role in shaping her legacy as one of the most renowned and enigmatic figures in history. When Cleopatra was exiled from Egypt following her conflict with Ptolemy XIII, she sought refuge in Rome. It was during this time that she met Julius Caesar, who was a prominent Roman general and statesman. Cleopatra seized the opportunity to establish a relationship with Caesar, recognizing the potential benefits it could bring to her cause. Caesar, impressed by Cleopatra's intellect, charm, and political astuteness, became her ally and lover. He provided her with military support and political backing, which allowed Cleopatra to assert her authority and overthrow her brother's regime. With Caesar's assistance, she successfully regained her position as the ruler of Egypt. However, it is important to note that Cleopatra's success was not solely reliant on her relationship with Caesar. She possessed inherent qualities that made her a formidable leader in her own right. Cleopatra was known for her intelligence, wit, and linguistic abilities, as she was fluent in multiple languages. She was well versed in statecraft, diplomacy, and the intricacies of power politics. Cleopatra skillfully navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries among the Roman elite, using her charm and diplomatic acumen to maintain her authority and protect the interests of Egypt. She cultivated relationships not only with Caesar, but also with other influential figures, such as Mark Antony, who would later become her partner. Indeed, after the assassination of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra aligned herself with another Roman general, Mark Antony, in her ongoing quest to protect Egypt's interests. Cleopatra and Mark Antony fell in love and had a profound impact on each other's lives. It is during her time with Mark Antony that Cleopatra married her third brother, Ptolemy XIV. This marriage, like her previous ones, was a political maneuver aimed at securing alliances and maintaining her position as the ruling queen. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which Cleopatra belonged to, indeed had a long history of sibling marriages, as a means to maintain political stability and the continuity of their lineage. This practice was not unique to Cleopatra, but rather followed a well-established tradition within the dynasty. In ancient Egypt, sibling marriages were considered a way to preserve the purity of royal bloodlines and maintain control over the throne. By marrying within the family, the rulers believed they could prevent the dilution of their power and ensure that the rulership remained within their lineage. The Ptolemaic rulers saw sibling marriages as a means to solidify their authority and prevent conflicts over succession. They viewed these unions as a way to maintain stability and ensure a smooth transition of power from one generation to the next. It was seen as a strategic alliance between ruling family members, rather than a romantic or emotional bond. From a modern perspective, the concept of sibling marriages may seem unusual or even taboo. However, it is essential to consider the cultural and historical context in which these marriages took place. Ancient societies had distinct social norms and beliefs that influenced their practices, including marriage customs. It is crucial to avoid imposing contemporary values and judgments on practices from different time periods and cultural contexts. In the case of Cleopatra and her marriages to her brothers, these unions were driven by societal expectations and the need to preserve the Ptolemaic dynasty's power. While these marriages may seem unconventional or uncomfortable to us today, they were considered necessary for political stability and the continuation of the ruling family's authority in ancient Egypt. For that reason, it is essential to avoid imposing our own moral judgments on historical figures. Instead, we should strive to comprehend their actions within the context of their time and culture. Cleopatra's unions with her brothers were primarily strategic and political in nature, driven by the necessity to preserve the Ptolemaic dynasty's power and safeguard Egypt's independence. Cleopatra's story is a testament to the complex and sometimes perplexing nature of history. It reminds us that we must approach historical figures with an open mind and strive to understand the motivations and circumstances that shaped their lives. So, let us appreciate Cleopatra's role as a powerful queen who navigated treacherous political waters, rather than passing judgment solely on her marital choices. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating exploration of Cleopatra, the queen who married her brothers. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing historical content. Remember, history is full of surprises and complexities that continue to captivate us. Until next time, keep exploring the captivating stories of the past.